to my channel, Jamie Friend Colors. I'm Jamie, and today we're going to just look at all the pictures that I have colored in the last few months. This is everything I've colored since November 14th to February 28th. So all of my winter pictures, not all of them are winter themed, but it's what I colored during the winter months. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. Okay, so I have they're not in order that I colored them. They're kind of in order, but kind of not, because I did group books together, and sometimes I would color one picture in a book and then I'd color other books and then come back to that one. But I put all of them that go with each book together. So, oh my goodness. Okay, so the first book that we colored in, and this we used for our skin tone series. So this is a Whimsy Girls Christmas coloring book by Hannah Lynn. And I'm going to show you all my Hannah Lynn pictures first off. So this is what we did our skin tones in. And so we did, how many? I think 12 skin tones. So most of them came from the Christmas book. I'll show you those ones first. So this is ice skating. Yeah, ice skating fun, I guess is what the picture's called. And so this one, we did the skin tone for the mini series, and then we went back on another video and colored the rest of it. We used markers and pencils over the markers, and it just turned out fabulous. I think she's so cute. So we have her. And then another one that we did in the mini series, this is not in order of them, but this was one of our other girls we did, and then I went back and colored her. So she's cute. She's a little drummer girl. And then these are the other ones from the mini-series that I didn't finish, but that we did color. So I did block out the background on some of these, thinking that maybe I would get around to finishing them, but I didn't. So these are all from the Christmas book and all from that mini series. Okay, so these two, this one I was just kind of playing around with the markers and I just never finished it. I didn't love it, so I didn't finish it. And then this one I was actually recording, and I could not get it to look the way I wanted it to look, and I was struggling with her, and so I just scratched her and did a different picture. So anyways, but those are the ones from the Christmas book. Now I go back and I look at her and I'm like, she's not that bad. But I don't know, I just was not loving her and was not feeling it. And then we also used Victorian Darlings for a few of the skin tones. So we did this one and this one. And then we also colored this girl during our mini series, and then we went back and finished her. And this is the one where she had like bright orange hair, and I hated it. And when I went back and watched the video back when I was editing it, like I realized that the orange didn't look that bad. Like it was fine, but I just didn't, it wasn't what I was picturing in my head. I didn't like it. In the moment, I was really kind of frustrated with it, and we ended up using acrylic paint to paint out her hair and paint it blue, and then go back over it with pencils to give in some of that shading and highlights. And now I really like it. Like, I think she looks great with the blue hair. She didn't look bad with the orange hair, but she looks so much better with the blue hair. So that was the video. You can find it if you'd like to see my turmoil over orange hair. Anyways, so that was our skin tone mini series. And then I also got the Steampunk Darlings, and I have to say I love the pictures in this book. I am going to color more of them, but I've only gotten around to 2 of them so far. So these were not tutorials, these were just for me. This is like Alice in Wonderland inspired, and I think I used Pablo pencils on her, and I just kept it really simple. It was just fun. I really liked how she turned out, and just simple. And then this one I used pan pastels for her skin and her outfit. And then I put pencils over the top, and then I used some metallic watercolors in the background. And I think it looks fine, but it did warp the paper quite a bit, that it made it difficult for me to get it on this paper. I don't know if you can see that it kind of has some bubbles in it. It doesn't lay flat against my cardstock, and so that kind of bugs me, but I think it looks okay, and I don't know that I would use watercolors in this book again. Just my own preference. Okay, and then another thing that we've been working on this the last few months is hair, and we used Coleridge Wild by Emmanuel Collin to do these pictures. There's also Coleridge Wild 1. I just don't have the book because I took what I wanted out of it and gave it to a friend. So some of these I don't know all of them, I think. Yeah, I don't know which ones from which books. So they're just from these little books, and these are little books. They are only, what would I think? I would think they're about 7 inches square, 8 inches square. So they're smaller books, which is kind of fun because it's not a big production of a page, you know? You can do them rather quickly, which is nice sometimes. I don't know where to put everything. Okay, got so much stuff. So this one is one that I did before. This was something that I was just practicing, making sure that these were the girls I kind of wanted to use. So this is just one I did on my own. There's no video on this one, but she's way cute. And then we get into the ones for the skin tones, I think, or the hair colors. And I think I've only pulled the pictures that I actually completed. We'll see. So this is our blonde girl, and we completed her on camera, and she is finished with pan pastels and Prismacolors. That's what all of these are. And then we have our black-haired girl, which she's just really serene and pretty. I don't know. It's not a lot of color on her, but she's just quiet, and I like it. And then we have our blue to turquoise haired girl. She's way cute. Again, there's tutorials for the hair, and then there's a completed one for some of these, I think most of them. And then there's the red-headed girl. And then we have our purple-haired girl, purple to pink. She's really cute. And then these two, like I said, there's a tutorial for their hair, and then I finished them on my own. This is our auburn-haired girl and our silvered-haired girl. Really pretty. So I had a lot of fun doing those. Because of pan pastels and then pencils over the top. I just think they turned out beautiful. Love it. So those were our two mini series that we did this winter. We just finished the hair one, and I think we're gonna do vegetation, flowers, leaves kind of stuff next. I'm looking for the page in here. So the next book that I did one in is Daydreams by Hannah Carlson. I love Hannah Carlson's book. I'm excited that she's coming out with a new one this year. I colored a few in here that you've seen before. I'm looking for the new one. Trying to remember what it was. Maybe it was the... Have we seen this one before? Maybe it was her. I was thinking it was a different one, but maybe that's in the other Hannah Carlson book. Did our mushrooms before. That was during the fall. We've seen those. Maybe it was this one. Have we seen this one? I think I used Prismacolors for her. I really thought it was a different picture, but maybe it's not. Okay, well, we'll talk about her. So I used Prismacolors for her and some gel pen, and it's just turned out really pretty. I like the hair. Really nice. I really don't know if this is the picture I was thinking. Guys, I think I've lost my mind. Anyways, I think you've seen everything in here, so we'll just move on. Okay. The next picture is from Pop Manga Mermaids. This is by Camila D'Errico, and I like her book. She has this one, and then she has a pop manga coloring book. This one is mermaids and sea creatures, and the other one is more little girls and robots type things. But this one's way cute, and I've done a few pictures in here. I actually took out the picture I'm going to show you, but yeah, so this one was one I never finished because I didn't like the way her hair is turning out. These ones aren't single-sided, but I don't know. I still have taken them out. It's another one I finished in there, but this one I did really quickly one night. I was just kind of, I don't know, I was watching TV and needed a minute. So she's done with Pan Pastels, and then I used the Spectrum Noir, well, I used some colored pencils, and then I used the Spectrum Noir sparkle pens to give it a little bit of sparkle in certain areas. So there's a sparkle blue pen in the blue water, and there's some gold sparkle pen on the yellow and some green sparkle pen on the green, and just gave it a little pop. It's just kind of fun, and she was really quick to do and just was very relaxing, and I thought it was really nice. Anyways, then the next book that I've worked in a little bit is World of Flowers by Johanna Basford. This is her newest book. And we did a flip through of it, I believe. But let's see, I've started a few in here that I haven't finished. So like these, I don't know, I got too tedious. And then I think that's, oh, this one, just really quick. And then this page, and I do not take my Johanna Basford pictures out, but this one literally fell out. And so I don't know if the binding is not as good as her other ones, or if I broke the binding somehow, but it just came right out. And so I just stuck it, let me see if I can find the other, it's right there. So it's supposed to be right here. And so, I don't know, it looks like the binding is just glue, yeah, and so it just came right out. So I just decided, okay, that's fine, and I put it on a black piece of cardstock, stuck it in my book. So it's fine. I mean, I'm never gonna color an entire book. It's just never gonna happen with like coloring for YouTube and my kids, and the fact that I get bored and need something new. It's never gonna happen, and so I'm okay. Like, I can take it out, put it in the binder, it's fine. What I did on this one that I thought was fun was I pulled out my purple pencils, and I used purple from Polychromos, Prismacolors, and Pablo's, I believe, and it was just a lot of fun to do. And then I added some silver gel pen as well. It was just fun to see like what color combinations with the purple I could get. I feel like there's like a truck or something outside. Oh my goodness. Guys, it is being a day and a half. Okay, so I didn't realize until this morning that my kids do not have school tomorrow, but I realized that they don't have school tomorrow. Okay, that's fine. But it did not dawn on me at all that because I don't have school tomorrow, today is early day. And so I just said, I think there's a truck outside that I heard. It was actually my son's bus. And so I was not expecting him for like another 2 hours. Okay, he's taking his pad downstairs. We might hear him singing a little bit in the basement. So I'm gonna try to get through all of this. Oh my gosh, guys. I already tried to film one video and messed it up, and so I had to start over, and then I filmed that one and felt good about that. And now this. Okay. Woo, woo, okay. All right, let's see here. This is Fairy Tales by Emily Lindhall Oberg, and she has 2 books. She has this one, and then she has Sagnor, let me see, Sagar och Sagner, and it's a hardback. This one is a paperback, and you can find it on Amazon. It's way cute. We did this one during Christmas time. We used pencils, Prismacolor, I think, and then we used some stickles on the snowflakes. So, oh, we got Jake and the Neverland Pirates. Oh goodness, we might have to finish this later. Hang on. Okay, so the next book that I worked in was Wildlife Wonders, and this book, this is by Millie Murata, and this book is very difficult for me. It is a challenge. It is not set up in the way that I usually color. So it's just a challenge. So I've started a couple in here just to see, like, I don't know, it just because of all the little tiny little things that make up a big picture, it kind of boggles my mind. Like, should I color each piece a different color? Should I try to blend them together? Should I ignore the fact that there are patterns in there and just color a butterfly? I don't know. And so it just kind of boggles my mind. But one thing that I think is kind of fun with this book is that going on Pinterest and looking what other people have done. And people have done some amazingly beautiful pictures with this book. And so I can go on there and look and get some inspiration. And so I have completed one picture in this book, and that is this frog. And I love the way he turned out. I think he is so cute. I love it. But I did go on Pinterest. I did look at other people's ideas, how they colored, to try to kind of figure out how to make him look like a frog. Anyways. And so I kind of like where to put some darker colors, where to put some lighter colors. But I think he turned out really pretty. I just haven't been able to do that with another page in that book. I might later, like, again, go on Pinterest and look and find something and do another one. But it's just, I love the way it turned out, but her style just isn't really my style. So I kind of have to be in the mood to color it. So anyways, that's okay. There's lots of stuff out there. Now, a book that is right up my alley is The Circle Portraits by Laura Rafferty. I love this book. This book, I love it. I plan on coloring most every picture in this book. So we did a flip through of this book. There's only one picture in here that I kind of messed up on. I don't know if I'll go back to it or not. I'll show it to you, but it's kind of embarrassing, guys. So maybe it's not as bad on film. But I tried using pan pastels, and I just didn't like the way they laid down on this paper, which is fine. I just won't do it again. I might go back in with pencils, fix her, and get it if I want to do the whole book. So I'm not going to use pan pastels on this paper, on this book, but that's okay. I like pencil. I'm a big fan of this book. I don't want anything to change. Love it. Love it, love it. So here are some ones that I did finish in this book that I absolutely love. Here's our little dragon tamer. She's so cute. I love the little dragon. I put a little sparkle on him. I don't know if it's showing up because he's kind of little, but he's got a little sparkle on him. I made her very pale with gray hair. and then used black paint in the background. Very pretty, I like her. And then this one, our little mermaid looking in a ship or something. It's very pretty. I think I used more luminance pencils on her. I think I used luminance pencils on this page, which I don't use very often, but I think that's what I used on this page. Little goldfish, blues and oranges. Kept her pretty simple, but I think she turned out great. And then the last one I did, I just finished this one a little bit ago. Again, he's rather pale, so he doesn't photograph very well, but he has quite a few layers on him. He's just pale. And I love the little turtle. I thought the turtle turned out so cute. And then, yeah, he's just adorable. I love it. So cute. One of my favorite books that I've gotten in the past few months. I just love her. Another book that we've gotten is Sakum's Natural Enchantment Coloring Book 2018. This is their second book. The first book, I think it was 2017. But this one is good. I purchased both types. She published this book both on cardstock and on watercolor. I gave my cardstock one to a friend. She seemed to color on it just fine, likes it a lot. I kept the watercolor one, and with this page I tested all of my mediums. So there's everything on here. There's pan pastel for her skin. There's polychrome or Prismacolor for the blue flowers, which I did not like as well on the watercolor paper. But then there's Polychromos I thought laid down great. Pablo's laid down great. Some color, Zig Clean Color markers laid down great. Watercolor pencils laid down great. Everything else I loved. Just maybe not the Prismacolors, but that's my own preference. You'd have to try it for yourself as well. Okay, they seem to be doing okay, so well, maybe I can get through the rest of these. Okay, this is another newer book. This is the Bicycle Coloring Book. We did a flip through of this book. It's very different, very fun. Love it. This is the picture that I have completed in it. And I used watercolors for the background, which I do not watercolor very often. It is not my medium. I do not feel very comfortable with watercolors, wet medium in general, but much better with acrylics, much better with pencils. But this was fun to do with the watercolors because it's all water, and so you kind of got that, I don't know, flowy feel and stuff. And so it turned out really cute with the watercolors. And then I did pencils for the main items, characters in the book, in the page. So I thought that was cute. I colored a picture in Geomorphia. Now Geomorphia came out not too long ago. Probably was it the end of 2019? I don't know if this says anywhere. 2018. Yeah, about the end of 2018. And this was kind of the second half of Phantomorphia. I like Geomorphia better than Phantomorphia, but neither of these are my favorite Kirby Roseanne's books. I think my favorite would have to be Mythomorphia. But I wanted to complete a picture in this. What I do like about the Geomorphia and the Phantomorphia books is that they are one-sided, which was new for Kirby Roseanne's. Usually you get these very big 2-page spreads, and I kind of like having the smaller page to work on and being able to take it out and put it in my binder. But very different pictures. I do like this one better than Phantomorphia, and this is the picture that I completed in here. So I kind of a Japanese oriental feel picture, and so I tried to stick with kind of like the cherry blossom colors and kind of soft, I don't know. it was just kind of fun. And then since these were lanterns, I painted this part of the sky black to kind of a night sky. Just kind of different, but kind of fun. I did like the way that turned out. Okay, our other Hannah Carlson book that I colored a picture in is, this translates to Jewelry Box, and this is her newest book that's out. She has a new one coming out this year, so this is last year's book. I love this book. I love Hannah Carlson's books. They are just a lot of fun, right up my alley. I have fun. I haven't colored a ton in this book. I've colored quite a bit in her other ones. This was the jewels that we did, and there's a color along on this one as well as one of the first things I ever filmed, so who knows. We're coming up on a year here of me doing YouTube, so it's getting better, right? I hope so. So this is the one that I colored this time. I think I used Pablo pencils on this and Luminance. Her skin's Luminance, and I think the leaves and stuff are Pablo. I thought this turned out so pretty. I really like it. I don't know if you can tell that the flowers, I think my lighting just did something weird. Okay, my flowers are like, I wanted them to look mostly white, but then I put green shading on them so they're kind of reflecting all the green around them, and I think they turned out really pretty. And because I wanted this page to eventually kind of fit with this page, I went ahead and colored the jewels the same as this side and put in the dots and stuff the same as this side, but I didn't actually, I haven't colored, I'm like, this isn't finished, but I want it to correspond to this one, so I just went ahead and did that. So anyways, beautiful, beautiful. I think that's about all I've colored in this book. Okay. Then we have this book. This is a book we did a flip through of not too long ago. This is The Explorer Journey by David Haben. And this is just kind of a cute little book. Like, this is something that you could color while you're watching TV. Like, there's not a lot of detail, and it's just kind of fun. I don't know. It's different than what I usually color. So I decided when coloring this book that I would do more block coloring. I don't know, I just thought it would look good with the kind of style that it is. And so I did some block coloring with alcohol markers. So I didn't do any shading or anything. It was just laying down the color. And so this is what I came up with. I kind of felt like this area right here was kind of a reflection of what was going on in the sky, and then you have the water. So not a great detailed page by any means, but kind of fun to do. Okay, then this is another book we did a flip through of not too long ago. This is The Ink House, and I did work on one page in here. I used Tombow markers and then used some Prismacolors just to shade a little bit. And that's cute. And then this is another one of the books that is my new favorite. This one and the circle portraits are very similar in the fact that they are portraits of people in a circle. I mean, they're different artists, but they came out around the same time, and they're just people in a circle, right? So you take with it what you want. I think there's one in here that I haven't finished yet. I thought I'd show you. Let's see if I can find it. Come on, where'd you go? This is another one that I think I could color the whole book. So here's one. I did her skin, I think in Prismacolors, and then I've got some gold gel pen on here, but I haven't finished her yet. I think I eventually will, but I just haven't. This is the first one that I did in the book, and I used a whole bunch of different mediums on here so I could see what it was. The background, the blue background, is Neo Colors 2. They're like the crayons that dissolve in water. Again, it's watercolor, so it's not my medium. So I don't know that I love the background, but it was kind of fun to put a different color than black and just kind of play that way. So it was fun. And someone commented when I posted this on the internet, they're like, oh, I love the picture. It's so great, you know, thank you. I appreciate that. The hair is just amazing. How did you do the hair? It's so pretty. Here's the thing. I made the artistic decision not to color her hair. So I have colored everything on this page but the hair. The hair is just the line work from that the artist put in, but I thought it looked beautiful. The white hair next to the pale skin, it made the blue eyes really pop. I thought it looked beautiful and I didn't want to mess with it. So I just left it as is. So I don't know, it's brilliant. It's so artistic, but I didn't do anything. So I made the decision to leave it blank. So anyways, sometimes things are better not colored. And then this is the last picture from that book. This is really pretty Native American inspired page. I thought it was beautiful. I think I did lay down pan pastels on this and I did not like it. I was having a hard time with it. And so I went in over with pencils and really fixed her up. So there's a lot of pencil over the top of the pan pastel. And I think it turned out beautiful. So there's that one. We're getting to the bottom of my stack. Okay, then we got, this is another Momo Girl book. She has another one that has a green cover. And I finished one in here. This is it. Just nice winter page. I chose not to color the tree. I just didn't think it needed it. I liked the grayscale behind her. So she was just a simple, quick color one day. I like her little brown pea coat and cute. Nice book. I'm excited to color some more in there. I'm losing my voice now. Okay, then this is The Night Voyage by Daria Song, and we have done flip throughs, I think, of all of her books, looked at them at least, kind of talked about her a little bit. We know I have kind of a love-hate relationship with her books. They're just not my favorite. I think they're really cute and I like buy them, but then I have a hard time coloring them. But I did color one in here and I loved it the way it turned out. I love it. It's so pretty. So I used, what did I use? I think I used the Clean Color Zig watercolor markers and black acrylic paint for the background, some Prismacolor pencils over the top of the markers. I love it. I think it is so pretty, so in your face with the pink, which I'm not a pink person, but it is so fun for Valentine's Day. I loved it. And I just thought it turned out great. It's the only picture that I've colored in this book so far, but I love it. It's inspiring me to color more in her books, so that's nice. Okay, this is another Johanna Basford book, and this is Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. I have one qualm with this book. One thing that just irritates me about this book. I know, right? And it is that it is a different dimension than the rest of her books. And I hate it. I want all of my books to line up beautifully on my bookshelf, and I want all the authors to go together, all their books in one spot, and hers doesn't fit. It just sticks out like a sore thumb on my bookcase. It's horrible. So I thought, well, maybe she'd do, you know, wildflowers in the same dimension as this, but she went back to her original dimension in that book. So I don't know what she's doing, but this book just kind of irritates me that it sits on my shelf as the wrong size. So anyways, look at this, okay? So this is, the dimension of Magical Jungle is the same dimension of all her other books. You see, it doesn't match. Oh, sinks back in my bookcase and just ruins the flow. I don't know, you guys. Other than that, it's a beautiful book. Other than that, it's probably one of my favorites of her books because the line, like, it's bigger. If you've noticed in a lot of her books, things are very tiny to color, but this one, the flowers are a little bigger, things are a little bigger. So I like that part of it. I just don't like that it's the wrong dimension. Okay, off my soapbox. What did I do in this book? Oh yes, what I have been doing in this book was I was testing out, I might do a video on these later. I'm waiting to see what I'm doing. Anyways, so of the Black Widow pencils. So there are 3 tins of these. There's the Black Widow, the Cobra, Scorpion, Cobra, and Black Widow. And they're all the same kind of pencils, but they come in, you have to buy them in sets of 24 like this. And so I kind of did, this one's Cobra, and then just to see how the colors were. And I like the way the pencils are. There's a couple of new sets that they just came out with, and so I might buy them and then do a review on those pencils. But so I like this book to do little tests and stuff because there are some sections that are quite small. So like this one, and then I don't know, what else did I do? There was another one. No, I did a bigger one. I remember. It was a bigger. Thought it was near the back. There it is. This one. Which I think is very pretty. Turned out very nice. So, anyways, I do like the pictures in this book, and I have colored in it quite a bit. I just don't like that it sinks to the back of my bookcase and ruins my flow. Alright. Picky, picky, picky. Okay, this next picture is by Zan Von Zed. And I have one of her other books. I have this one. And then this is the Coloring Haven magazine. You can get it online. I don't have a subscription to it. I've only ordered ones that I've wanted. I think they just started doing a subscription to the United States. They didn't have that before, and I haven't been on there in a while to see what books they're coming out with recently, and some that I've seen from other people, I'm like, well, I already have that author's book, so I'm not too interested. But what I like about this one in particular is that most of her books are grayscale books, which is fine. I'm just not a huge, I don't know. I prefer line art over grayscale. But this takes her pictures and it's line art. And so I have liked that and have done several in here because of that. I did notice though online that she has a couple newer books, or at least the one that comes after this one, I can buy it as line art, and so I might do that. But anyways, let me show you the picture I did. It is this one. I really like how it turned out. I don't do a lot of reds, but this is kind of a pinkish red, and I just really like it. I think it turned out really nice. So anyways, that's that one. And then just the last couple here is Lost Ocean. I just colored, this was just for fun. This is not my favorite of hers because of what I was talking about before. This is also a Johanna Basford book, because everything in this book is so tiny. And I think this is the worst culprit for this. I think Lost Ocean is the worst one for having such teeny tiny detail that you can't get a pencil in there. Like, look at those teeny tiny. Oh goodness. So, yeah, I haven't done a lot in this book because this was one of my favorites though, so. But, yeah, I don't do a lot in this book because everything's so teeny tiny. But I was playing around. This is kind of a funny page. I don't know. It's not my favorite colors, but I was playing around with some different art mediums. I don't know, we can get in a rut and I was like, I don't want to play with my pencils. I don't want to do pencils right now. Blah. I need something new. I need something new. Well, I don't need anything new. I've got piles and stacks of stuff that I'm not using. So I pulled out some of that stuff that I haven't used or haven't used in a long time and decided to play with them. So the background is oil pastels. And that was different. I've never used oil pastels in a coloring book, but I really do kind of like how it turned out. It's much more saturated than my pan pastels usually are. It was a little bit of work to blend it and get it how I kind of wanted it, but I really like the way it turned out. And then the fish and the border here are colored charcoal by Derwent. That's what you would call it. Let's see. Yeah, tinted charcoal by Derwent. And they're just a pencil, but they're colored charcoal. And so the way they blend and stuff is much different than a colored pencil. And so it was just kind of fun to play with them. And the colors are all very muted and more gray than colored pencils. It was so just fun to play with. And then of course I put some black acrylic paint on the edge as well. So I think it turned out really nice and I had fun doing it, and it was just kind of like cleanse my palette, do something different kind of thing. So that was nice, but I don't know, it's kind of a funky looking fish. Okay. And then last but not least, let's see, Magical Jungle. What did I do in here, you guys? I don't know. And it wasn't one I worked in too long ago. I wonder if I did another one of my, oh, that is right. Okay, so, when did I do this? Okay, so last Wednesday on the 6th, we did a picture. What did I do with it? We did this picture. Finding it. This picture where we picked random colors out of a bag and then had to do a picture with those colors. Well, this was kind of my practice of that. I was like, okay, will I like this idea or not? And so I picked 5 colors, a gray, brown, orange, and blue. Gray, brown, blue, purple, and orange. Yeah, so 5 colors here. And then I did this picture just to see how it went. I thought it was great. I was worried when I picked the colors because I was like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do with these colors? But since it turned out great, I was like, I could do pretty much any color. So it was kind of my practice for this video, and it was just kind of fun. So anyways, you can go watch that video if you want. It's already up. Yes, and so that was it. That's all I've colored from November 14th to February 28th, which is 106 days. It's about, you know, it's 106 days, you guys. And my goal was 30 pictures, to do 30 pictures, because this time of year I'm busier. You know, my kids are out of school for Thanksgiving, they're out of school for Christmas, they're home a little bit. You've got holidays and stuff, and so I thought 30 pictures would be a good goal. And I actually surpassed that and did 38 pictures. And so that is all 38 of my pictures that I've done, and I think it is a lot of fun. And I like doing these flip throughs kind of, I don't know, 4 times a year. So we need to, let's see. So for spring, we should do another one for spring. Pulling my book out here. I showed you guys this book. I think I have. This is the Jasmine Beckett Griffith Writing and Creative Journal. But look how pretty. She's got a prints of what, you know, and then I just write my notes and stuff for videos in here. And it's great. Oh my gosh, you guys, love it. So I need to start a new list. So today is the 28th. So February 28th. And then this will be our spring right? Our spring pictures. And so when does spring end? Let summer begin. Maybe June, February, March, April, May, June. So what if we do June 1st? My kids are out of school June 1st. That's my when summer starts kind of thing. So February 28th through June 1st. So look for a new video of pictures and I'll start my new list. And let's see. That's, so March, let's see, March has 31 days. April has 30. May has 31. And then we're back in June. So that's 92 days. Last time we had 106 days. So that's it's about 20 less days. We did 30. Should we try for another 30? My goal will be 30. But if I don't make it, that's okay. If I don't get 30, but the 20 that I have are just amazing, that'll be just fine too. I won't be mad at myself. The goal will be another 30 for a good video. So that is my 38 pictures for winter. I am so looking forward to it being spring. And yes, I'm gonna go make sure my kids are okay. They're all just kind of chilling downstairs watching Pokemon and while I finish this video up since I didn't know they were coming home. So, man, it's a good thing I don't have to pick my kids up from school. One comes home on the bus and another. So it's a good thing I don't have to pick my kids up from school. One comes home on a bus and the other comes home with neighbors. And so, poor guys, they would have been sitting at school going, where's my mommy? Girl, I gotta get on top of it. So, thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a wonderful spring and have fun time to color, relax, enjoy yourself, de-stress. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.